Hello, my viewers. I welcome you all once again to my YouTube channel on PU Former Academy. Just like I said, the academy is all about experience that I go with my own professional experience in the industry. In my presentation today, I will be looking at, or we shall be looking at, the geography of PU forming process 3. Last one was process 2. The initial one was the introductory aspect of it, how environmental factor affects your foam and foaming process. Now, I keep saying that there is what we call factory location. You must understand that first, because foam plants are located in various, you know, altitude. That is the distance above the sea level. And I would say that if you may be asked, what is the sea level? The sea level is just the baseline. That is the operational baseline. That is, in that case, is a 0 meter. In that 0 meter, the atmospheric pressure is equivalent to about 101.3 kilopascal. That is equivalent to 1 bar of the atmospheric pressure. In that case, the foaming condition is standard. So as a foaming engineer, you don't need to adjust anything in that manner. So you will be just be doing a various formulation. That is to say, if you design a formulation of 12 density, you have 12 density. If you design a formulation of 10 density, you have 10 density. If you design a formulation of 20 density, you have 20 density. But in this case, if we have a value, a sea level, a standard pressure at the sea level, okay, equal to 101.3 kPa to 1 bar of the atmosphere. Then we now have something lesser than this. Let's say we have 100, we have 98, we have 95, etc. Then what will happen? What happened? That is the question. What happened? So, as a foaming engineer, a PU process chemist, these are the questions you need to ask yourself, because as a production chemist, okay, you have to pay serious attention about chemical reaction. You have to pay serious attention about chemical reaction, because you that is producing foam is all about observation. You have to observe things. You have to have a book at each interval of the foaming process. You keep the record. Then when you finish, you try to see how you can optimize, okay, interpret this record. You understand? And I just said that in every place that the foaming plant is situated, one must need barometer. This will enable you to measure the change in atmospheric pressure and keep observing them, because in foaming, there is something you have at your hand and you know it. Okay, I did say that someone is foaming that the atmospheric temperature changes. The change in atmospheric weather condition is not your fault. That one is from Almighty God. So what you need to you need to balance the product in such a way that the physical properties of that product will not be affected. In the previous lesson, I told you if this value is higher, this one lead to what? Increase in density. Increase in density. Because I did say that when we look at the change in a weather condition that affects that of the boiling point of the water, so it would directly have impact on the gases, okay, the behavior of gases and how water react. So in that case, it will affect the reaction, because the gas that's supposed to be retreated, expand the foam, will be restricted under high pressure. In that case, you will be struggle to attain the block height by trying to reduce the conveyor speed Okay, in that case, the weight of your foam will increase, indirectly increasing the density. In that case, your foam will become harder. The foam will be a bit soft because the cell structure will be well compacted at the end. Okay, but a situation you will have this value, what will happen? Okay, the reverse is the case. What will happen? You may end up having foam collapse because in this case the gases will be well expanded. Okay, the gases will be well expanded. Most people, this one normally affect those that want to run extremely low density at a lower standard pressure unknowingly. So they set a formulation of 12 density. Okay, they will set a formulation of 12 density. At the end, this foam will rise very fast, fast reaction. So in the course of trying to control the reaction, they may end up having they may end up having 9 density. At times, this foam will collapse. For those of us that are using box foam, do you know what I normally observe is that when you want to produce a low density, the foam will rise and fill your mold, but when the gas is liberated, the foam will come down. So there are factors that you need to know. You have to adjust your silicon, you have to adjust your catalyst, you have to adjust your blowing agent in this formulation so that to keep it in this form. And what happened? The cell too will be so large. So in this case, most of this case will give you a soft foam. You understand? You do not change any formulation. You calibrate your plan, but you fix. You have the mind that you want to produce 12 density, for example. You may not end up having a 12 density because of the change in this value. So this value is very, very important. If you don't know it today. This value is very, very important. Okay, it's because I have the mind to tell you. That is why a lot of people will be running shelter-skelter and blaming the machine, blaming the chemical, blaming everybody for the change in the product or stability. So it's not about that. This is the key secret value that affecting your changing your physical properties of the product. So get the biometer, make sure you check it, drop your comment question, I will attend to it. How this value is very, very important. You see the young man, it's very, very important, so don't joke with it. Okay, measure it, know it before you set your formulation so that you know what to do. You understand? So it's very, very important because factory location varies from place to place, so it's not the same. And that is why I do tell people, don't copy formulation. Know how to carry out PU foam formulation and how to manage the production process, because what works for you may not work for me, what works for me may not work for you. So it's all depend on the atmospheric condition. That is the attitude of your factory location. Is that not interesting? So continue to enjoy my lesson on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Okay, it's going to be an experience that worked. I believe you will love this lesson. I still have more to tell you about the secret of effective foaming. Thank you, my viewers. Bye bye.